All right, guys, welcome back to Yo-Spill, and this is the video you guys have all been waiting for. So I read all the comments on the Accord video, and 80% of you want to see a J series. Well, sorry to disappoint you, but we don't have a J series. This is a motor that I've wanted to put in an Accord for a long time. Ever since I knew that they came out, I wanted to upgrade the Accord to a modern drivetrain. As you guys know, these Hondas are getting older and the swaps are getting harder to find unless you go K. So this K series right here is a very special unit. This is a Euro R K20A from a Euro Accord. If you know what a CL7 is, it's basically like the European TSX. This is the same exact motor that comes in a Type R overseas, with a little bit less compression. So a Type R motor comes with 11.71 compression. The Euro R K20 comes with 10.5. This thing is rated at 217 horsepower, 156 foot-pounds of torque, but everything else is exactly the same. The swap we ordered from JDM Chicago came with shifter cables, the ECU, the AC compressor, everything for us to swap it into our Accord. The only thing when you swap this thing in, you need to change the post mount. The Hasport mount kit to put a K in an Accord uses a K20 specific mount that the JDM motor doesn't have. So one of those is on order, and we didn't get a set of axles, so we ordered a set of those, and then we'll be figuring out the shifter setup because we have a K-tune billet shifter. I'll probably order a set of OEM RSX spec cables just so the shifter is OEM. But as you see, you get complete motor. It has the harness, ECU, shifter cables, the brackets out of the OEM car. It does come with a 4.78 final drive, 6-speed LSD. So the Accord will be 6-speed. The header back here is probably the coolest header I've ever seen from Honda. I never knew they made header like this where it's split and has 2 flex joints in it. But the motor also came with the intermediate shaft and basically everything. The harness is not cut in any spots, so you could technically plug this ECU in once you get the conversion harness for the rest of the car, and you could probably do dyno pulls on the stock ECU just to see if it actually makes the power it says. We'll probably replace the header, have a 3-inch exhaust, change a few other things here before we put it in. But as of right now, we're waiting on the post mount. The Hasport mounts are already here. They're actually in the Accord right now. They've been here for a little bit now because we knew we were doing the swap, but we were waiting on the swap itself. So that's the big news on that. We have a JDM K20A Euro R Accord motor for the Accord. Like I said in the last video, it's an Accord motor going in an Accord. Nothing surprising there. In the process of getting this, we wanted to take the 3-piece front end off of the K20 Turbo Integra. As you guys seen, you guys can see it's raining. There's a JDM front fender on the Integra. Well, because we were going to convert that car to full JDM spec front end, we ordered us a JDM front end. The front clip cut off from a DC1. So what's rare about this front end, or what's really different about it, which will make the car a lot cooler to me personally, is this is actually a single cam Integra front end. Yes, that's weird to say, but it's a DC1. If you Google what a DC1 is a D16 single cam Integra. Oddest thing ever. I never even knew they really made those. But so it doesn't have the black housing ITR style headlights, which I'm personally a fan. I think it'll look really good on a black car with the chrome style headlights. You do have the Type R style lip. The bumper does not have fog lights or anything in that, but you do still get your JDM front. And we will be making a video. There's a lot of work and process of drilling out spot welds, drilling out the old front end for the American style. You have to take this whole support out latch mechanism, the whole bottom, drill out all the spot welds, and then weld it onto that car. It's going to be welded on, not ghetto bolted on like I've seen a lot of the front ends. So we're going to make it as official and JDM as we possibly can. But it'll just give the car a cool story because it's a GSR car that somebody already deleted the sunroof on. It's a VIN code 9 car, so it's a factory leather car. We also bought a set of GSR front leather seats and rear seats that we will be putting in the car to put it more back towards the original style. And then sooner or later, once we have the whole front end mocked, everything on there good, of course we will get the front end painted to match the rest of the car. And then we will have a Euro replica ITR because we have the tail lights, we have the JDM cluster. I don't know if I showed that in the video, but we've been collecting parts for a little bit now. These tail lights are the Euro ITR tail lights, clear and clear. That's the only difference. And then the cluster, like I said, I don't know if I showed it in the video, but the cluster is a Euro Type R cluster, but it's in mile per hour. Another part that just came in was our Speed Factory side-to-side front mount, and then here is the GSR leather seats. So that's an update on the GSR, or the K20 Z3. It's a GSR shell, but K20 Z3 turbo. And another thing we got was a EG rear bumper that is not completely cut in half. Both of our EG rear bumpers that we had were cut. I'm not a fan of that. I like more of the OEM style look. We need to get a fuel system in this car, a fuel system in that car. I need to finish the wiring harness on this car, and then we will be able to start both of them. We have a ECU for this, we have a K-Pro for that. Just got to do some work on them and get them up and running. You can see the cord out there, and you can see Love Vodka. Everyone always asked about the car. It runs, it drives. It has a massive oil leak because it's been setting for so long. I'm pretty sure because I have a ported oil pump that I blew out the seal on the oil filter, but it runs and drives. I drove it down here. As you can see, it's sitting out there in the rain getting wet. And then the last thing I want to go over is the wheels. So in the last video you guys just watched, you guys got to see the 2001 Acura Integra that we picked up. The filled fine, probably the cleanest Integra that I've seen from a northern car that's actually lived its whole life up north. It just has a little speck of rust and a little scratch on the back bumper. So we got the GSR blades, but then I found a set of sunflowers for sale on Facebook Marketplace with basically brand new tires. And I've always been a fan of these wheels. I think they look incredible on Integras. So we went and picked them up, and we will be putting these on the GSR, and then that will be the daily driver wheels. We do have the RPF ones that we could swap onto it at any time. We do have the Slipstreams that we could swap onto it at any time. So we have a good selection of wheels, but I personally think that these wheels give the car an awesome look. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know at this point it's going to be a ton of talking, and I'm pretty sure I went over everything that we've ordered and received. So leave down in the comments below what you guys think about all the plans. I know it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be a lot to do. We got fuel systems, we got wiring, we got everything. And once that's all done, we can throw the cars on the dyno. We still got the EK to put the H22 LSD trans in and the built head on. And as I'm talking, my mom is pulling up in our Jeep. And if you guys haven't seen the pictures, I did take the rays off of the Juke. I put a set of snow tires on them and put them on our Jeep that we took out through the mountains in one of the videos. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, until the next one, you guys are the greatest.